if you really listen to my videos, then I'm talking about the simulation and the creation code and the repeat, the series, the sequence. You'll know more than your preacher knows. See those panels on that truck? They're in series, they're in sequence. See these intersections and these these stoplights? It's in series. Everything's in series. Everything's in sequence. Why? These dashes are in series and sequence. Why? You have to ask yourself why. Always ask why. Well, the overarching pattern is God made man in his image, and through Jesus, God made all things. So when you see Jesus, you'll be like him. So the purpose of the repeat simulated training program is to make copies of Jesus. Sons of God. Sons of God. There won't be any when the saints rule down here, they'll be the shapeshifters. But when you get raptured up, you're not going to have a physical body. You're going to be, right now you're a little bit lower than the angels. The mortal body, M-O-R-T-A-L, mortgage. The dead body, your fingernail. This is the crazy thing. Your fingernails is dead skin. Your hair is dead skin. And think about it. The painted face system is trying to paint up something that's dead. Most of the women and the Gentile women, they work on their hair and their fingernails. They paint their dead fingernails and they fashion their dead hair as dead skin. See the series? The telephone poles repeat, the signs repeat, the dashes, the trucks, that fence, the grass, the rocks, everything's repeating. It's like, imagine yourself, just look at this spot right here, and it just keeps repeating. Just look at that spot right there. It's just repeating. So you're not really moving. Spiritually, you're not moving. Physically, yeah, you might be moving somewhere, but you're not really moving because the same truth is right there, as right there, as right there, as right there. The overarching archetype of all things is right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. And so you're not really moving. You're not really going anywhere. Everybody's working hard to get rich or do this or this. You're not really going anywhere. You could lose it all like that. So they're struggling and fighting to get ahead in the system, but if they're really not going anywhere. Yeah, you should get out of debt. We know that. But you're really not going anywhere. Look at the repeat of those tanks. That car has 4 wheels. That one has 4 wheels. That one has 4 wheels. That one has 4 wheels. Why? Because 5 is superabundance. The 5th wheel is not needed. It's extra. It's superabundance. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. The letter E is 5. E is spirit. E is the power. There's the letter E. That's the power. It looks like a fist. That's your thumb. You can't grasp hold of anything without the thumb. That's your power. The spirit. You need the spirit to grab deep spiritual truth. It's encoded everywhere. You know, people fight over some of the craziest stuff. when the truth is coded right in front of you. It's everywhere. It's coded everywhere. It's wild. There's nothing new. It's repeating. The trees repeat. The clouds repeat. How come every time you look up at the sky, there's just similar clouds over there, as over there, as over there. Look at these lights, how they repeat going down the highway. Look at these walls that they put up, how they repeat. You can't deny it. You look like your dad and your mom mixed together. You look like your grandparents. It repeats. Your kid looks like you. It's repeating. I mean, maybe the reason people don't want to see it is because they have to really realize what they're in. Because if they have their affections down here, seeing the repeat destroys that. And the ultimate goal is you realize it's all a worship service. Once you see the repeat, once you see the simulation, once you see the hologram and the fractal repeat holographic simulated training program, once you see it, you have to come to the conclusion that it's inner man. Somebody uploaded a video. I was listening to it, and it was one of those gurus who I forget who it was right now. He said, "Who are you?" The guy said, "My name is." He said, "No, I didn't ask you. You got two names. You just gave me your first name and your last name. I don't want to know your name. That's the name your mom or your daddy gave you. Who are you really?" He says, "What do you mean?" He said, "Okay, so that's, you say that's my thumb, that's my finger, that's my hand, that's my driver's license. It says my name is my." So the word my, he says, think about why you call it, my name is, my heritage is. So you take the word my and you unfold it. So the letter M is water, because it's the Phoenician script says the M is the water. The letter Y is up on a pole, right? You rise up by faith. The Spirit of God rises you up from a U to a Y. And so if you take the word my and you unfold it, it goes to mine, M-I-N-E. M-I-N-E. So M is water. I, as a iousos, I think that's how it is in the Greek or whatever. The letter I is Jesus. N is the snake and the fish. What happened at the cross? Jesus became sin that he might pull you up out of sin. Sufficient, fish you up, and fishers of men. So M is water, I is Jesus, N is the cross, the snake and the fish at the same time. And E, M-I-N-E, is mind. E is spirit. So your water vessel, if you're saved, you have Jesus, the Holy Spirit, what he did at the cross by his Spirit. And so if you take the word mind and you unfold it, instead of breaking it into parts, you unfold it, it goes back to underground. They go and mine some gold or some silver, and I think like if they dig under this road, it's the same word mine. I think I have to look that up, but anyway, it's underground. It's the unseen. So you're walking around in a clay vessel, but you're a spirit creature. The unseen part of you is who you really are. It's not your name. It's not your physical body. It's who you are in your inner core. That's That's who you are. It's an undercurrent. It's unseen. That's why when you talk to somebody, let's say you marry somebody, they got the outward show, right? But then once you marry them, you start to see that their real person is evil. Their real person is a con artist. Their real person is a narcissist or a liar. You see their real person. Forget their name. Who are you? Well, when you marry somebody, you got two sinners living in the same house, even though they get saved. But you can see their heart in situations, and the heart don't look good sometimes. Because if you're that close to somebody, you're rubbing shoulders that close with somebody in the same house, in the same bed, dealing with finances, kids, everything, you start to learn this person's character. And that person's character is who they really are, the heart of the matter. But they don't even know their own heart. You don't even know your heart. God knows your heart. So it goes back to Jesus. Through Jesus, God made all things. So every person is per the Son. And so in Him we live and breathe and have our being. He sustains us. It's only by God that we're sustained. And this is the grace of life right now. The church age is the grace of life. Otherwise, we'd be under law. The flesh is nothing but sin. Right now, we're in age of grace. As soon as the age of grace ends, we're back under, not we, because the church is caught up, but everybody's going to be back under law. Jesus will rule with a rod of iron. Why? Because the flesh is pure evil. Can people still get saved? Yeah. Mind. So it's your mind and your heart, your inner core. It's your inner person. And if you unfold that word, mind, you'll end up realizing that your body is a temple, musical instrument. And you're just a worship servant. You're a vessel of worship. Just like the musician plays the violin or the piano or the organ. That's why you have organs in your body. That's why it's called an organ. So your body is an organ, is a musical instrument. The pipe, your throat, you can speak, you can sing. The synapses in your brain goes back to the word synagogue. And so your body's a temple, a living, breathing, walking temple. Just like Israel had a temple, a tent in the wilderness, and Solomon built a temple where God could dwell. Well, now you got the synapses. Now you know why he did it. Build it according to this pattern, because it was the pattern of your synapses in your brain, the organs in your body, the esophagus, the pipe. Your body is a temple. And so your temple and what's going on inside your mind and your heart is unseen. God knows your heart. He knows if you're in worship towards Him or not. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a worship service. Are you worshiping God or are you worshiping yourself? What's the unseen person? Who are you? Are you a person of character or are you a person of trying to get over on somebody? Do you help people? Do you care about people? Are you a servant? Do you want to serve people or do you want to be served? It's kind of like this. Here's the best way, I think. So the guy asked the guy, he said, "Who are you?" And he said his name. He said, "That's not what I'm talking about. You said your name. I'm not talking about who are your name. I'm talking about who are you." So the way to look at it is, see that truck? So if you said to that truck, who are you? The truck would say, I'm a truck. But it has no life. So the only way that you can ask the truck who it is if there's somebody driving it. If there's a passenger, the truck can't even speak. You say, truck, who are you? And the driver says, it's me. I'm driving this truck. Because the truck can't talk. So what's driving so that's a ship, right? So your body's a ship. So what's driving the ship? Who are you? Who's driving the ship? Are you a humble person, prideful person? Are you a Jezebel? Are you rebellious? Are you a vagabond? Are you a liar? Are you a thief? Who are you? Are you a drughead, drunk? Are you a murderer? Who are you? If you said, well, who is your spouse? You could answer that because you could watch them over time and see their character. You could probably say that about your own kids, but can you say it about yourself? Are you introspective about yourself? Or is it just everybody else that you can see? Is that person that's inside, is it like the image of Jesus, the mind of Christ, or is it the mind of the devil or some demon or some program? Who are you? Are you a culture program? Are you a bloodline program? Who are you? Or have you renewed your mind? Be renewed in the spirit of mind to be sons of God. So the word my name, the word my name is the N-A-M, A-M-E. There's the spirit, A-M. A-M is am, to be. So I am being, because in him we live and breathe and have our being. So your being, I am, is because you're in Christ. You only exist because of Jesus. And so at its root, God sustains you. You don't sustain yourself. So you ask that truck holder, who sustains you? And the truck says, the driver, the one that changes the oil, the one that drives it. That's the one that sustains it. See, the whole system's trying to put an identity on you that's not real through the music. They're trying to program you according to some culture. You're from the USA, you're from some state, you identify with the tattoo people, you identify with the Harley Davidson people, or you identify with the yuppies, or you identify with something down, some kind of fraternity or sorority. That's who are you? You're a person per the Son. So there's your identity. I'll unfold that word my underneath the video, but it leads back to a temple. It leads back to the word temple. So you are a created being to worship God. That's what it leads back to. So who are you? You're a created being designed as a musical instrument to worship God with your gifts, whatever gift you have. That's it in a nutshell. That gives you the whole pie. Right?